Okay, today we're going to talk a little bit about termites and pros and cons and how it affects your home, whether it's for sale or whether you just live in your home. And we have Bob Grinkemeyer with Delhi Pest Control, and he's going to tell us a little bit about some things we can look for, some things that we can do for preventative maintenance, and ultimately, if you have termites, what we can do about it.
Well, certainly the greatest nemesis that anybody runs up against if they own a house is termites. Being in the Midwest, the termites that we have in this area are quite simply called subterranean termites. They survive in the soil. If you look at the brick at the top of the foundation wall, you have a poured concrete foundation. Your brick and mortar rests right on top of that foundation. On the opposite side of that brick, your floor joists, rafters, they're literally setting right on top of that foundation as well. So keep in mind, when you look at the foundation of your house, keep in mind wherever your brick begins, that's where your woodwork begins on the inside of the house. One of the things that we run up against, everybody's constantly building soil up on foundations, try to move that moisture off the house. The problem with that is you never want that dirt to touch this brick and mortar. When termites leave the soil, they will literally have to build a mud trail up that foundation, and this is the entry point that we're always worried about. So think about that. Termites are in the soil. If we allow that dirt to extend above this, now they're what we call above grade, and they're able to slip into that house quite literally undetected. When termites found their way into this home, what they did, they didn't touch the foundations where we could see it. What they actually did, the termites came up underneath this concrete pad and literally slipped in right underneath the front door.
So we're inside the same house here, and Bob's going to show us what's happened once the termites have entered the home.
Keep in mind now, we're down the basement, we're directly underneath the front entrance, and what we're going to be looking at is where the floor joist, as I said, extends over the top of the foundation wall, and you'll see on what's called the band board where the mud trail actually extends up the woodwork, moves across. Those are the mud trails that we were making reference to, and that's how they move around above the soil. But that's actually what happens with termites. Live in the soil, move up from the ground, attack the home, and then when they're finished feeding, actually return back to the nest in the soil. So it's almost like an elevator ride for them, from the bottom to the top and right back to the nest in the ground. What you'll notice with termite damage, it travels directly with the grain of the wood. There's actually cellulose in the grain, and that's the protein that the termites are feeding off of. So they will quite literally move right with the grain of the wood as they feed.
So, Bob, what can be done if a home has termites? Is there anything that we can do to prevent these insects from eating the home any further?
Termite treatment, it's not an inexpensive treatment. So with that in mind, the best suggestion you can give any homeowner is get the house checked periodically. Most homes, when they're first built, I usually tell people the first 10 years, they essentially have a free pass. Earth's been moved around a lot, there's not much termite activity. Once you hit 10 years, homeowners should really consider having their house checked periodically, just to be on the safe side.
Well, thank you, Bob, and if you folks have any questions, call Bob at Delhi Pest Control, and thanks for watching.